Gosh, it's really interesting to read here that after 17 years of discussion and debate, the General Synod came to a conclusion that women could celebrate the Eucharist. I can't believe 17 whole years before we ever got to this stage. It's only 2.5 lines. It just says, "I thank God for confirming that which he has been enabling for such a long time." That's my little quote. And I do remember an older priest saying to me, don't lose the priest that you already are by allowing the church to make you a priest, which I actually thought was deeply personal and very kind, really, very kind. So it's good to see these. Gosh. Look at them. I can remember the hands being laid on, and I can remember wondering whether all these things that people had said would happen would actually happen. You know, the sky would fall in, it would be the end of the world, etc. I wondered whether there would be protest, but there was absolute silence as the bishop laid hands. And for this, I was born. For this, I was born. I remember thinking that, and I'm still in contact with Michael Turnbull now. That's lovely. And I start, when I look at this, I start to wonder about where the blanks are, where the women are not here, whose vocations weren't allowed to be tested. And so, in a way, I read these little bits with joy because they're excited and looking forward to it. But then I read in the gaps as well, and I guess that, still makes me sad. But rejoicing with those who made it. I know there was a day of celebration. We all got posies of flowers afterwards. But the general tone was we mustn't go overboard because so many people might be offended. After it, and we went outside and there was celebration, and then we went to our parishes, and I was at St Mark's, Gillingham, and at St Mark's we used to use a whole loaf, and it would be part cut through, so when you came to elevate it, to break the bread, it parted. So I got that far and I stopped, and I can remember saying to God, "Are you sure this is all right?" Which is a silly thing to say, but it's how it was. And I picked the bread up. We break this bread, and I pulled the bread apart, and I had to stop. And I know there were tears. There were silent tears. And I can remember saying to God, is this what it was all about? Because in that moment, it seemed as if there were no barriers. There was nothing. It was just about a human being breaking bread for God. And even now, if I'm honest, every time I break bread, whether it's a tiny little disc or the big priest wafer, I break it, and it's as if it's the first time. And I pray God it will always be as if it's the first time, because it's so precious. I would like to say that everything's fine and dandy, but it's not. And I don't know, culture's moved on, societal understanding of women has moved on, but I still mentor a number of priests in this diocese and in Canterbury, and I have a lot of contact with women priests. Some of their experiences of being bullied by lay people and by priests, male priests, are absolutely appalling. My daughter's a priest in this diocese, and the undertaker rings up. "Can you do a funeral?" "Yes, certainly I can." "What date?" "Yeah, get it in the diary." Goes to meet the family, and then the undertaker rings up again. "I'm sorry. The man says his mother wouldn't have liked a woman doing the funeral." And again, she's gracious. But it's hurtful because we can't help. I can't help being this shape and this way, can I? Any more than she can. So yes, there is a sadness, but I think, we're here, we're called by God to do whatever God asks us to do and to bring whatever light that Christ gives us. I'm going to be at the service on Sunday, and I was delighted to be invited back to it. I'm hoping for the touch of God again. I'm hoping to have that deep sense of vocation again. And I'm carrying some other friends who are no longer here with us. And I'm hoping that in the congregation there might be other young people, men and women, boys and girls, who might suddenly think, gosh, I could do this.